Alright, hello everyone. It is a regular raid. Not going to get to that. So it's kind of hard to see because of my floppy, but it is marcada. And I went ahead and searched for that on YouTube. And what do you know? I see another one of these Michelle Gamble videos. So that's a pretty amazing coincidence, but I don't know for sure if this is the exact same one, but if it is, it's a pretty crappy raid. She thought it was barely worth a C4, and I agree, but I don't know if it's going to be the same one, but we'll find out in just a second here. Okay. Any day now. I swear the loading screens add a second for every update they do. It seems to take longer and longer. And it is the exact same base. There's actually two of these I saw on YouTube. So I decided to pack pretty light on this one because I was pretty confident there wasn't going to be a second Marcada base, but you never know. So I'd be careful assuming it's going to be the base that you think it's going to be. I'm going to pop right here, and that will take care of the chest on the other side. This raid is hardly worth the gun, but I'm going to make the most of it. So definitely don't need rope. There's only 5 chests here. Let's take care of these guys. If only this guy had left me some spikes to use, this would be more worth it. But when you really comes down to it, raids like this where you just come home with a full military backpack plus a chopper and another chopper's worth of just random junk, they're still kind of worth it. Alright, so let's see what we got. Oak, 5 red tickets, and most importantly, leather. I don't think there was any gas. And I'm going to want that stuff. So once again, I noticed a slight difference in the inventory here. This is not a revenge raid. So I'm going to go ahead and load up my chopper, and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we go. Okay, I am back. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And I'm waiting on one more lens because I got the shoot. I got the 2x sight, which I think is going to make my M16 about as good as it can be, short of being silent. I guess at the end of the raid I'll talk about that, just since this video is pretty boring without it. I have to add something to it here. So stuff off, and I will take a pack, and that's about as efficient as I could be here on this raid. Alright, here we go. Alright, 53 noise. How's that for lag? Come on. You can do it. Any day now. Okay. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that kind of shenanigans. So, let's see what we can take here. Take the leather. Oh, slim pickings here. Take you, and you, and you, and you. Glad I didn't bring a ton of axes, that's for sure. Alright, I'll take the wood. And, of course, the leather. Drop you off here. Good enough. Put the beans there. Yeah, what else can we take here? Certainly don't care about the tickets. You could actually like take all these and make first aid, bandages off screen, come back in and come home with a couple stacks. I don't have enough gun to survive a third wave and certainly don't want to spend it just for some bandages that I definitely don't need. I'll take the blocks. Yeah, I think that's about it. So, in case you're curious, there's might as well do this. But there's basically just some workbenches down here. I'll just pop this one open. Take that. And I'm already pretty certain there's nothing here. But I'll just go ahead and do that, and that'll be it. No point in sticking around for anything else here. Let's go back and I will show my M16 stuff here. Alright, I'll see you back. I got room for one more thing. Anyways, I'll go back and get it, and then I will see you back there. Okay, so I got 33 oak, 20 leather, and 5 red tickets here. Plus all of this. So the question is this worth 1C4? I kind of think it is. I mean, when you think about how many melee weapons and armor you have to burn through to get this much stuff, I mean, just the leather alone. There's the wood, the stone, the iron, the meat. You know, it's nothing super special. I mean, 5 red tickets is kind of special, but it takes a lot of weapons and armor to get all that stuff. So had I found those weapons and armor instead of this stuff, I would have been super happy. So it's all kind of the same. So I'm gonna put this stuff away, take care of the raiders, and then I'll go over to the mod bench. Alright, let's make these guys happy. And it doesn't take much. Wow. There you go. All right. Turrets sucks. Good. Fourth floor. Well, at least those two go well together. No problem and no problem. So basically, I got to go do fourth floor. All right. So off to mods. Stash this real quick. Or not. Let me just grab an M16. And let's head back down here. Any chance? Oh, yay! Thank you. Just what I needed. Let's take care of you. Oh, I gotta grab the rest. Sorry. There it is. All right, so M16. So I picked up the 2x sight. I actually pretty damn sure I've had this like once or twice before. And I just assumed it was not very good. Obviously there's these 2 active skill ones that aren't in the game yet. And then there's the red dot. I don't really know what these things are anymore. JCF made a video that showed all this stuff. And I know that there were made some changes, so I'm not confident in what any of the stuff used to be. This was +2 damage, which sounds really good. I mean, that might only mean 1 extra point of damage per shot. It's supposed to be +5% per plus. So that would be like 10% increase off of 13 damage, I think it is. So like that would increase 1 damage, which is decent. I mean, that's a pretty good thing. This one does +2 critical chance and damage. It's ranked better just being in the bottom of the list. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. But either way, it's an improvement, so I'm taking it. But the interesting thing about... Please don't die while I'm talking. So the interesting thing about the M16 is that it seems to me more likely that the moderate mods here are the better ones. So I think right now you're looking at the best version of the M16 unless you're trying to use it for raids. If you're trying to go silent, then this is not the best setup. But even if you went with some other route, I think that the best you're going to do is basically break even. I think the better mods aren't going to be much better. So this is what it currently is with, being what I believe is maxed out. If I went with this magazine, it's a whole bunch of negatives: critical chance, speed, stability, and you just get a little bit of durability. And this one, obviously, you get some damage and durability. So that one's kind of a toss-up because you also lose the critical chance, the speed, the stability, the weight. I mean, this one might be a little bit better all around. I mean, damage and durability. I mean, if I had to choose, I'd probably pick this one. But I don't think it's that big a deal. So... And then obviously these 2 are active mods. They're not available right now. And let me get that back off. Okay. So this is what I currently have here. If I got the red dot, it just shows the damage going up a tiny bit. And you lose critical chance and critical damage. So that's, again, another toss-up. It all depends on how that breaks down. The way it works is it's supposed to be +5% per plus on the list, but at the same time it rounds down. So even though you go up with your damage, even though that bar goes up and it's a little bit green, that doesn't mean you're actually going to get an extra point. It has to go up pretty significantly, especially with a weapon that doesn't do a ton of damage to begin with. So I'm not sure on all the numbers on that, but I think the best you could do, if you got the red dot and maybe you got this barrel mag, that you might get +1 more damage overall. Over here on the silencers and muzzle brakes and all that stuff, let me go back to that. So I currently have this one. If I had that one, I would get a tiny bit of damage, but I'd lose a ton of critical chance. There would be a little bit of critical damage and a little bit of durability, but I'd also lose stability. So once again, it's kind of a toss-up. I would actually rather have critical chance, but it's kind of close and hard to tell. And then this obviously is massive critical chance down, range way down, weight, stability. You basically are just getting the noise factor. And this one is a little bit better, but still a lot of negatives. The critical chance goes down, the range goes way down, stability. So I don't know. Like these are just really toss-ups. And then let me go back to that. What else am I doing? Okay. So I currently have the green laser. If I had the red laser, I would get much more critical chance and critical damage, but I'd lose some it seems like from this screen the red laser would be better, so I'm not sure. I know that having the green laser upped me 1 point, so I'm happy with that. But it could be that having the red laser is a slightly better version of this thing, but really with the M16, as far as I can tell, I'm pretty much maxed out right here, unless you're counting rating. I'm probably going to be tempted to take that red laser if I find it. That seems better to me, just looking at this stuff. These scales up here are really hard to tell what that actually equates to in the real life use of it. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to try to switch out for the red laser when I find it. But otherwise, I feel pretty maxed out on the M16. Obviously, it's not the best weapon in the game, but I have a decent amount of them, and at the moment, so any little extra mod I can get on there, I will take it. All right, guys. So yeah, hopefully I'll produce a better raid for you in the near future. That's it for this one, and I will see you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.